What's up, everybody? Welcome to day 2 of NoFap. The time is 8:27 a.m. I am on my way to the gym for back and bicep. No, for a chest and tricep day. Few updates. I'm starting to get back on my daily routine, but yesterday and the day before, I didn't get any sales, which concerns me because I've been getting sales every single day consistently, and now I'm getting none. And, you know, this wouldn't concern me if I was just testing, but I have 2 ad sets that are at the very least selling every day, and now they're not selling, which means I'm blowing money for nothing. I'm getting a lot of people that are adding to cart. I'm getting a lot of people that are going to checkout. But something happens during checkout and actually paying for the product that's stopping them from doing so. Now, I understand a bunch of people window shop. I get that. The problem is, and this is my suspicion. This isn't like fact, but there was an update for my store on the website that I use for my store. There was an update that said that they're changing the checkout page to be faster, and I was like, that's great. That's fantastic. I need a faster checkout page so that people are more inclined to buy. And after I got the email for that, the next day, didn't get a sale. And then yesterday, didn't get a sale. Now today, I tried it. I looked at the checkout page. It looked like it worked. It didn't look like there was a lot of change. But I am very concerned. It's just, I don't know. It's tough. I don't know if it's the checkout page or just people aren't interested in my product anymore, but it is weird that I would get sales every single day, and I haven't gotten a sale 2 days in a row. And I've noticed that Thursdays are the best time to sell, and I didn't get a sale yesterday. So I don't know if it is the checkout page or not. I'll have to check. I'm gonna ask a few people. But yeah, it's concerning, because if I'm not making any money off of it, I'm not even making a profit off yet. I'm still testing new things. But if I don't make any sale today by 12 a.m., probably going to turn off my ad sets. And yeah. That, or just look at my checkout page and see if I can change anything. If anything changed that's a little weird or wonky or out of the ordinary, I'm going to change that. But it's concerning that I'm not getting any sales. What else do I want to talk about? My brain's not working. I wanted to talk about... No, I don't remember what I wanted to talk about. But I'm sure I'll if I remember it, I'll write it down and I'll talk about it. I'll write it down and I'll talk about it tonight. But for now, I'm gonna focus on working out. I certainly don't feel like it. It's very, very much a day where I just want to be at home. I don't want to be out. I don't want to work out at all. But it's the habit I've built. I like the results of it. Thinking about just the results of this hard work. So when you focus on achieving the result rather than the process, sacrifices are just slightly easier. They're just slightly easier. But I am going to go work out now. So check out what I did. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It is 10:54 p.m. It's late, but not as late as it usually would be on a Friday night because, well, I didn't go to Bible study tonight. I'm getting distracted. I'll explain. I'm getting distracted. Everything, all my old habits, all my old bad habits that I would run to for comfort, I would run to kill time, I would run to waste time. Video games, peeking, all sorts of terrible things that I shouldn't be doing. All the things that I used to do. It's a huge waste of time. There are certainly more productive things that I could be doing, but today I wasted hours doing absolutely nothing, consuming rather than creating. And at the end of the day, when I was so focused on my distractions that I didn't go to Bible study, when the day was closing and I was like, time to make my vlog, all I can think about was, what a waste of a day. What an absolute waste. I wasted time. I looked at my bank account today too, and I wasted money. Well, some of that money didn't go to waste, but some of that money did go to waste. I wasted money. And I got tired of it. I felt just immediately terrible. But instead of staying terrible, like staying in that feeling of terribleness, I immediately thought, how in the world am I going to punish myself for this? Because I deserve punishment for wasting this time. How in the world am I going to punish myself for this? Because if I don't punish myself, then I'm not going to learn. I have not learned from this mistake of wasting this day. So how in the world am I going to punish myself? Well, I worked out pretty hard. I just did a bunch of push-ups and sit-ups, or not sit-ups, push-ups and bicep curls, pull-ups as well, just to add in a little bit. And I plan on doing some in a few minutes again. But how do I increase my pain in response? How do I increase my pain, voluntarily increase my pain, in order to remain disciplined, in order to punish myself so that I do not make the same mistakes again? Well, working out's one of them. Another thing that I could do, and this wouldn't be much of a punishment as much as it is something that would probably need to be done, fast. I need to fast. I think, especially after not only breaking my diet, but also relapsing and everything that's going on with my parents. I need to fast. I need to rid myself of everything and focus on God, which I have not done ever since my parents came to visit. they have I didn't realize just how much I was allowing my parents to control my life. I was allowing mostly my mom, but I was not realizing how much I was allowing them to control, have strings attached to me on how my life should go. So I have a lot of things that I need to eventually do when they do come back in October, but I also have quite the weekend ahead of me. I have tomorrow, I've been invited to a party, which I'm going to go to. And then the day after that, I've been invited to a show with some former company members, as well as an audition for a video game. So it's just voice acting, so I don't have to get rid of this. So I hope that goes well. I'm going to put my all into it because I believe that voice acting is a very... I would like to get into voice acting quite a lot. I would be very down for voice acting. But today was just a waste of time. Absolute waste of time. And I am livid with myself. First and foremost, I'm livid with myself for that. I'm livid with myself for a bunch of things since my parents' visit. I'm livid with myself for breaking my diet because I was like, oh, my parents are coming over. Why did I make that excuse? Why did I make that excuse? I'm living with myself. I am taking responsibility for the things that there are things out of my control and there are things within my control. And I did not utilize the things in my control to ensure that I was living the way that I need to live. Not the way that I want to live, the way that I need to live to be successful. So, I'm livid at myself for breaking my diet. I'm livid at myself for not sticking to my principles of what works for me, even with my parents around. I'm livid at myself for not speaking up, not against my parents, but, well, pretty much against my parents. I'm livid for myself for not saying, hey, I'm not doing that. Hey, no, that's not acceptable. Hey, this is my life, not yours. This is the place that I live. It is not your place. My brother's paying for this. My brother's paying for this place. But also, I live here. You use this place as a vacation home. But I live here. I work here. This is my place of work. This is my place of... Well, that's pretty much it. This is my place of work. This is also a place of comfort for me. When I want it to be. When I want this to be a place of comfort for me, it can be. But this place is my place of work. I work here. This is where, like, right here is where I shoot myself, like, hold on. Right here is where I shoot my self-tapes. Right here. I shoot my self-tapes right here. This is my place of work. Right there's my computer. I work out of there. I run my business out of there. This is a place of work. That's my bed. I crash here. This is not a place of comfort either. I crash. And after I'm done crashing, I wake up and I go to the gym and I go to work. And then I come back and I go to work. At least that's how it should be. So, even in the kitchen, it's my place. I have to cook for myself. One day I won't. But in the kitchen, that's where I cook for myself. And I eat there. This is my place of work. I can make it a place of comfort for me, but no. I don't deserve comfort right now. I've not earned comfort. So I'm living at myself for not laying that down to them. And I'm going to take full responsibility for things that are within my control. And certainly my parents visiting and all of those things, they are certainly within my control, or at least I could have had more control over the situation. And I didn't. I simply accepted they're coming here, they're going to change things in my life. I'm just going to have to accept them because they're my parents. When in fact,
That's me giving up the things that I have control over, giving up any kind of control that I have about those aspects of my life over to them. And that translating to me being miserable. Because how do you make someone despair, depressed, and completely that's all you have to do is just strip away their control. The things that they can. When you strip away the things that they control, you can feel, you can see just depression take over. When somebody doesn't believe that they have control over their own lives, it's just depression. It's just, well, I'm just going to live how the universe, whatever the universe comes my way, I'm just going to live my life. That is how you get depressed. Because life isn't going to throw you a bone. It's just not. Life is cruel. Life can be insanely cruel. And if you don't take control of the things you are able to take control of, it's just depressing. Absolutely depressing. And I gave them that. I allowed them to have that kind of control to the detriment of myself. And from that depression, I turned to pornography. I turned to video games. I turned to all of the vices that I had. And I just let them go. I just let loose. And I'm still to this, even today, I wasted so much time and I let loose, and I was just a mistake, an absolute mistake, and a waste of a day. I'm livid at myself. And I need to discipline myself. I need to punish myself for that. Because if I don't, then I'm just going to be like, oh, I just got away with it. Unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. So, I've got plans for me to become more disciplined and punish myself and to become stronger. Essentially, that's all. What it comes down to is becoming stronger. But I just needed to say that. Anyway, NoFap today was hard because I was wasting my time and I was bored and I wasn't using my time wisely. I wasn't doing product research. I wasn't making sure. I had no sales. For the past 2 days, I had no sales. No sales for the past 2 days. I'm thinking about shutting down a lot of my ad sets. I'm thinking about shutting down a lot of ads. I've got new ads. They're airing tonight. If those don't do well, I'm finding a new product because I am losing money. I have not made any profit off of my product. And with that, I'm dumping it. I've tried different ads, different ad angles. If this next ad set doesn't work, I'm dumping it. Now, let's get to your comments. Let's get to your comments. Mike, parents are like that. They can't imagine their baby as a grown man, no matter how good a man you are at whatever age. That's what frustrates me. Because they're allowed to be adults, and they're not allowing me to be an adult. That's how you ruin a child. That is how you ruin your offspring. That is how you just destroy them. If you do not at some point in your head say, okay, they're a grown man now, or they're a grown woman, they're a grown man, they have their own decisions to make, I can't interfere with their lives, I have to treat them like an individual, how I would treat a friend. Your job is done. You have raised this child to now be a grown man. Your job's done. If you've done your job correctly, we can be friends. But if you have done your job incorrectly, I want nothing to do with you. And at this point, right now, it's not that I don't want anything to do with them. I want them to leave me alone. I want them to leave me alone so that I can work and do things that I missed out on doing in my early 20s because I was a lazy piece of crap. And I was a lazy piece of crap because I was coddled. They worked their butts off, my parents. And I respect them for that. They worked their butts off to make sure that they had a ton of money, to make sure that me and my brothers were well fed and well taken care of. But because of that, we were spoiled. We barely had any hardships in our lives. And because of those non-hardships, I had to make hardships on my own. I had to go out into the world and make all the mistakes. All the mistakes in my life to realize life is cruel. I have to earn everything out there by myself. And I cannot rely on anybody to keep me in this lifestyle that I'm in right now, which is well-fed, in a home, parents taking care of everything, laundry, dishes, food, everything. They're paying for everything. And I can't sustain myself because I am just sucking on their teat. And I do not want that for my life. I want to be an individual. I want to be able to take care of myself in this world. And I can't right now because I don't have those skills. I didn't develop those skills because they keep treating me like a child. I wonder why I love my brothers, but no wonder why my brothers are the way they are. I myself learned that you have to assert yourself. I suggest that you put your foot down and tell them the more I think about the bathroom renovation, the more I'm positive I don't want it done. So I love you, but we're just not going to do it. Stand firm. If they get a little miffed, they'll get over it and still love you. But they will have learned that you command respect. Here's the problem. And I agree with you, Mike. I certainly agree with you. The problem is they'll do it anyway. The problem, no matter what I say, I'm going to tell them, hey, I don't want these bathroom renovations done because the bathroom's fine. It works fine. There's nothing wrong with the bathroom. It's not slow. I don't need a luxury bathroom. The bathroom works. The faucet works. The shower works. The toilet works. Everything works. It has worked for the whole time I've lived in this place. And only now are you saying, hey, let's renovate the bathroom. No. So everything works. It does not need any renovations. It does not need any improvements. It's a bathroom. It does its job. I don't need a fancy bathroom. The problem is, if I say that to them, my dad will understand. However, because he's a handsy guy, and because whenever he comes here, like if he's not on his laptop, he wants to do something. He wants to do something with his hands. He does home improvement by himself. He does not hire anybody else. He improves his own house with his own hands, goes to Home Depot, gets everything. I respect my dad so much for that. He knows how to improve a house. So I respect my dad for that. If he wants to renovate my place, all I ask, if he wants to do that, is, hey, teach me how to do that. Teach me how to do that, or let me watch you. And it'll be great. The problem is, with my mom, even if I say something like, hey, I don't want that done, or hey, there's no point in doing these things, my mom will do it anyway. It doesn't matter if I say no. She'll be like, we're doing it anyway. It's not up to you anymore. And I'm like, and it becomes she knows. She knows. Like when she calls me and says, hey, we're coming over in these days, she can tell by my voice. And I make it pretty known, like, hey, you're coming to visit very often. I am working. I've got a lot of work to do. And I let her know, when you come over, you destroy my routine. Everything you do is destroys my routine. Every time you come into my room and tell me, hey, we're gonna do this, or hey, you should really be doing this, or hey, here's how you can do things this way, I've told her, and she's ignored me. To the point where she has crossed every boundary, every little, to the point where she does not respect me. No matter how much I try to command respect, no matter how much I say, no, you're not doing this, or no, I don't want you to do this, she'll do it anyway. She is the kind of person that will do things and ask for forgiveness. She'll ask for forgiveness rather than permission. That's what annoys me about this whole thing. I wish that they would listen to me. And I put my dad in there because he's also responsible. Like, that's your wife, man. You might have to put up with the occasional visit. Totally fine. I just wish it wasn't monthly. But you don't have to change your diet. I'm going to tell them, like, hey, if you order rice, if you order noodles, I'm not eating it. If you leave it in my fridge, I'm throwing it away. Just like I threw away a bunch of stuff like yesterday. I threw away a bunch of stuff. Just because I was like, I'm not eating that. I'm not eating it. If you want to waste your money just buying food that I refuse to eat, that's on you. I'm not eating it. Tell them you're going to eat your own way. Yeah. Don't tell them about your boundaries or discuss who sees what. That smacks of weakness and having to justify yourself. I agree with that. Never thought about that either. That's good insight, Mike. I'll keep that in mind for sure. Just say, no, I'm not going to do that, and leave it at that. I hope you get rich, but don't wait until you then to assert yourself. Until you do, you'll never stop. Blessings, brother. I appreciate that, Mike. You're right. Money is an enhancer. It is nothing but just an enhancement of who you already are. So if I can't assert myself and command respect now with no money, I'm not going to be able to assert myself with money. So you're not wrong. That's a very important lesson to learn with money. Is it enhances every single possible trait you have. If you're kind and generous when you're poor, you'll be kind and generous when you're rich. If you're stingy with your money when you're poor, you're going to be stingy with your money when you're rich. So, yeah, I agree with that. But anyway, this vlog has gone on long enough. I'm livid. I've turned away I've broken my diet, I've gained weight. I've wasted my time, wasted my day. I've turned away from God. I've relapsed. Everything that I used to do before deciding to make the change, I feel like I've regressed. But the difference is anger. That's the difference. Back then I was just, this is any other day. But now that I know that there's a better way to live, I'm absolutely livid that I regressed like this. Absolutely livid. I need to fast. I need to go back to God. First and foremost, ask for forgiveness. Remember that Christ died for me. And move from there. From all things, that's where it should stem from. And from there, I need to get to work. I need to do product research. I need to find my winning product. I need to sell it. I need to make profit. I need to research other stores, see how they're doing. I need to work out way harder. I need to go back on my diet. And I gotta have a better standard for myself. And I cannot ever go below that standard. Guys, thanks for sticking with me for this long. If you've been watching for this long, thanks for sticking with me. I hope all your NoFap journeys are going well, and any kind of self-improvement you're doing, working out, concentrating on work, all that stuff, making money, I hope it all goes well. Pray for me. Pray for me. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Stay strong, stay focused. I'm with you guys. I know you guys are with me. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.